Let's go back to Black Panther, you guys, and draw another one of my favorite characters from that amazing movie. What is going on, Draw2 crew? Ramny here with a brand new drawing tutorial for you guys, and today we are going to draw Okoye from Black Panther, Avengers Infinity War, and Avengers Endgame. Here we go. Before we begin, be sure to read the description of this video. Down there, you'll find a list of my drawing tools, some tips to succeed in your drawing, and a link to a free coloring page based on this video tutorial. And having said all of that, let's draw Okoye. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get started with our Okoye drawing tutorial. I've got my paper in portrait mode. We're going to be drawing her kind of just below the waist here. So let's go ahead and get started. There's going to be a lot of intricate details to this. So let's see how much we can get, how much detail we can get in that in a short amount of time. So yeah, anyway, let's draw a circle right about here. And it's kind of just slightly closer to the left-hand side. And I'm drawing it very, very carefully. Like that. Now, I still get a lot of comments of people asking, how do you draw a circle? How do you draw a circle? It's one of those things that you are going to have to practice on your own. There's really nothing to it. Try to make circles, get a sketchbook, and just practice making circles until you can get them as best as you can. And they don't have to be perfect for these tutorials because they're not really, we're not drawing perfect shapes. They're going to be changed a little bit when we start drawing in, the actual shape of the head. Anyway, so I'm going to draw the sides of the face here, and they get a little narrower. And then I'm going to draw the chin, which is going to be right around here. And then what I'm doing is I'm rounding off the chin so it doesn't look quite like a male chin. So a male chin tends to have these hard edges. And with Okoye, you want to make sure that you've got like nice rounded cheeks and jaws, like so. Okay, we'll add a little more to it later on. Just going to draw the ears right around here. There you go. Okay, so now let's draw the neck. And the neck is going to go like this. Of course, it's going to be smaller because, of course, you don't want like a thick, masculine looking neck. Okay, and that's about right. You don't want to make it too long. That's going to be covered with rings later on, so I'm not even too worried about it. Just make sure that it's not big, not thick. Okay. Now I'm going to start working on the shoulders, and here I'm going to draw this one kind of a little bit further down. This one's about to there. Okay, and then I think what we're going to do is we're going to kind of figure out where we want the center of the chest to go. And so while we do that, we want to kind of get an idea where the back is going to be. So here's the back, and here's the front. It's going to go right around here like that. And you want to make sure, now I'm finding that I'm sort of leaning a little too much like this way. So you want to take this back a little bit. And you guys see how I'm holding my pencil. I'm holding it like this, so I'm drawing lightly. Okay, as we do that, let's kind of figure out where the torso, the chest is going to go. So right there is where the chest is going to be. Like that. And then this sort of goes further down, gets narrow. This is kind of where the arm is going to go, so I'm just kind of drawing that line there. But the waist is going to be right around here anyway, and then it starts to get wider after that, here and here. So you want to just try to get that nice, kind of a natural looking curve to the chest here and the back. So as natural as you can get it. So it's going to be a lot of trial and error, and just trying to make sure that you're, when you're drawing it, you're not making the chest too huge, and you also want to make sure that it's sort of within the center of that center of the figure. Okay, so here we go. That's about right, I think. So this is kind of how I want it to be. I'm not making the waist too narrow. We are drawing a little bit more realistic proportions because, of course, it's an actual actress. And again, speaking of drawing actors and actresses, if it looks nothing like the actress, Danai Gurira, don't worry about it too much. It's just not going to be one of those things that we're going to focus on, because if you try to focus too much on the face, making it look like her, that'll just take forever. And even I cannot do that. Sometimes I get lucky. I can't do it all the time though. Okay, so here I'm kind of drawing the negative space, and this is kind of where I'm going to have my forearm right here, and this is where I want my arm. Okay, so I'm just kind of shaping it now so that I can get a good sense of it later on. Okay, so now I'm going to kind of just draw the shoulder. This is going to be covered, so I'm not too worried about giving it any definition. That'll be covered later on. And this is where we're going to have the forearm, and it's going to go up to here. So right around here is where we're going to have the fingers. I'm going to draw a rectangle like this. And then another rectangle that gets narrower. So this is going to be the back of the palm. So this right here. Okay, the thumb is going to be right around here somewhere. And she's going to be holding a spear that goes from here, kind of covering her face a little bit on that side. So we'll add that a little bit later on. And there you go. So if you shape it, that's how it should look. Okay. There you go. Now the other arm is going to be here, kind of coming out. Now focus on the negative space here. It starts right here on the chest, gets wider, and then right around here is where the elbow is going to be. And then it changes direction slightly and it goes down. Okay, the spear is going to be right here somewhere, so we'll have to figure out where that goes. And again, now let's take a look at this arm right here, and you want to make sure that it's about the same width. And then bring it up to there. Okay. And then here we have the elbows going down, and I'm going to cut it off. My drawing right around here is where I want it to end, so I won't go any more past that. Okay. Not bad, not bad, not bad. So here we have Okoye, and now what we're going to do is we're going to figure out where the spear is going to go, and it's going to go along the side, and it's going to go to her arm right here. So I'm going to find a spot right here. So you see how the fingers, if I divide this, kind of roughly divide it into 4, then you'll see where the fingers are, and you'll see that this is kind of where you want that spear to be. And the spear is going to be right here and here. So the center of the spear is going to be right here. So see how I have 3 spots right here. One side of the spear, here's the other side of the spear. I'm going to draw a line going down the center, and then I'm going to find where I want that spear to go alongside her face. Okay, and this is kind of the angle where you want it to be. And then I'm just going to have it go further, going down like that. Okay, so if you were to follow along with this line, I'm just going to draw kind of a similar, like that, and then here, there you go. Uh-oh, I should have continued this one down, going this way, and this one going like this. Okay, there you go. Okay, very good. And you want to, when you zoom up, you kind of want that point to be just a little bit above her head here. So find a spot right here along the neck, about here, and right here on the shoulder. Those 2 points right there. And what we're going to do is, okay, so find this spot right here, just a little bit above the top of the head. I'm going to start working on a triangle. That, and like this. So you see it sort of brushes along the side of her face here. Okay, this goes down about lower like this, and this goes a little bit higher. There you go. So there you go, you guys. Here we have the basic definitions, just the basic shapes that we have for Okoye. Now we're going to go ahead and grab some new pencils. We're gonna go in and zoom in and work on the details. So let's do that after this commercial break. Hey guys, this video right here is brought to you by these awesome Patreon patrons. If you are interested in knowing more about how to support this channel through Patreon, check out the link down below, patreon.com/drawit2 for more details. Anyway, let's cut to commercial and then let's get back to business. Here we are, you guys. We have zoomed in on Okoye's face, and let's go ahead and get started with working on the details of the face. And of course, the costume is going to be drawn as well. It's going to be super elaborate, so let's see what we can do. Okay, from here, I'm going to draw a line going across to the other side here. And then right here, I'm going to draw kind of like a line for the nose. Okay, from the center, you want to draw the nostrils going out like this. So it comes to a point around the center, like that. Okay. And then you got the sides of the nose right here. And there you go. And then I'm going to draw the, kind of just the point of the nose, like that. Top of the mouth. Rounded. I'm going to give Okoye, I was going to call her Michonne. I'm going to give Okoye some nice full lips. She does have some pretty full lips. There we go. Okay. And here's the chin. I'm going to bring this down slightly just so that her chin doesn't look narrow. I'll bring that down a little bit lower. Whoa. And then that's good. That's it right there. Lines here and here. And then now let's figure out where the eyes go. So right here. So that one's curved. And this one is curved. Now this is the tricky part, is you want to try to make sure that they look symmetrical, right? So I'm kind of drawing a curve for the top. And then the lower line isn't so much a curve as it is more of a straight line. There you go. So you want to try to get that as symmetrical as possible. And then 2 circles for the eyes. I'm going to draw another circle up in the corner, and I'm going to color in those eyes. Okay, there you go. Some lines under the eyes here. And then let's work on some cheekbones. There you go. Cheekbones over here as well. Now I'm finding that my face is a little too wide, so I'm kind of narrowing it a little bit. And I'm going to actually erase this line here. I don't want her to look too old. The more lines you put on the face, usually the more it makes a person look old. So if you want to make it look like a person is young, don't draw too many lines on the face. Just simplify those lines. So now I'm just drawing the ears, just the details in the ears here. And there we go. And I'm going to make the head a little bit less round. You want to make sure you get that natural curve still. She looks weird because she still doesn't have any eyebrows. You want to draw some nice curves here for the eyebrows. Don't draw the eyebrows like individual hairs, but just try to draw them in one nice solid line. Of course, I'm not the best at this. I always find it hard to draw symmetrical eyebrows. So, shouldn't have drawn that too dark. Here you go. I think that's okay. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'll fix it during the inking stage, and I'm going to make the eyebrows on this side thicker, and then it gets thinner as you go further out. Okay, like that. I'm going to draw 2 lines here to show the sides of the face, so that way it just makes it look like she's got the sides of the face right here. So here's the side, and then here's the actual forehead. Otherwise, if you don't have those lines, it looks like the entire thing is a forehead, and it just makes her look huge. Make it look like she's got a gigantic head. Okay, and then lastly, the tattoos. And I'm not going to add too many details on the tattoos. I actually want to make this subtle. Okay, so faint lines going out like this. And I believe these go down towards the temples. So here, and then goes back. Okay. Now there are more, like they have tons of patterns. The tattoos, the head tattoo has tons of patterns here, and I'm just going to simplify it by just drawing basic shapes, triangles. Okay, there you go. And then to give it less of a rounded illusion, I'm just going to make this a little bit more narrow, but still maintaining the nice curves. Don't give it too many corners. There you go. Okay, I think that's as good as it's gonna get. And again, remember, you guys, oh yeah, I'm going to add some, make it look like she's got some, a little bit of makeup by making the top lashes thicker than the bottom. So that way it just looks like she's got some eyeliner on. There you go. And I think that's good. Simpler, the better. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take that neck, we're going to find the base of it, which is right here, and draw rings around by just drawing these rounded stripes going around as many times as you can, reach the top like that. And then right here, you just create these rounded edges to make it look like they are rings that go around the neck like that. Okay, and then she's got necklaces. I'm going to draw a curve right here, and they're just going to be beads next to each other like this. Make sure that they're about the same size. Okay, and then you have them connecting kind of to the neck piece. I'm kind of drawing them like upside down microphones, if you know what I mean. So you got the microphone for the roundedness for the top of the microphone, and then you got the handle of the microphone like that, if you guys know what I mean. There you go. So there's the neck right there. And I'm going to zoom out now. We're going to start working on the intricate patterns that she's got on her torso. Very, very cool patterns. So the first thing we want to do is we're going to find a spot right here, and we're going to start working on these. It's like it looks like covering that covers the abdominal muscles, but it goes all the way down. So you want to make sure that you draw it going past the arm here. So kind of where the abs would be. And I'm not drawing them as smooth, straight lines going down. You want to make sure that there's a little bit of curve to them. So I'm drawing this kind of a pattern here, going all the way down. And then same thing over here, this goes all the way down as well. Okay, remember we're only going to be drawing up to here, so don't worry too much about down here. Okay, do it again. This time it's thicker at the top than it is at the sides. There you go. Very intricate beadwork here, but what it sort of looks like is they all sort of make an X. So it goes like that, and then like this, and then just do it several times. Okay, and then over here, down here at the bottom, just below the waistline, you have them more as coming together like this shape. And you just continue. I'm just doing this, I'm speeding along, you guys, and I apologize. And there you go. So those are some nice shapes here. Now, let's continue along the chest. Start over here and just make 2 straps that go like this, okay? And then again over here, going all the way to the armpit. Okay, now let's have 2 straps going from the armpit higher up, going all the way up to the shoulder right around here. It sort of comes forward a little bit and then down. Okay, now this is going to be, think of it as a backpack, so it goes like this to the front and then to the top. And I'm going to divide this into 3. And it's going to overlap over this line here. Okay, the same thing over here, except all you see is it's sort of, okay, so if you draw the curve of the chest, what you'll see is you'll see this kind of going just up like that. And then this, again, from the chest, goes up like so. Okay, now divide that into 3. There we go. Now find this spot right here. And what you want to do is you want to bring this to this line. You see how we drew this initial line right here? You want to bring this into a nice curve that goes to the center of the chest, like so. Okay, again on this side, same thing, bring it up like that. Okay, a little bit higher up the chest now. We're gonna go from here to there. Okay, same thing here to there. Okay, good. Line right here, just elaborate beadwork. We're going to simplify a lot of these things, you guys, so that we're not creating, you know, we're not adding too much time to the limit of, like, time limit of the video. I'm just doubling up on this. And feel free to take a look at the reference photo if you guys want to add more details to it, because I am going to skip a few of those details just to speed things along. Okay, there you go. Now there's a lot of intricate patterns over here. Let's just find a spot here and here where those patterns meet. Okay, so here, draw a triangle like this, and then lines going across like this. This goes to there, and then these lines go down this way, and then this right here is just going to be a series of lines which you won't see, but it just goes up and down. Okay, now this point right here, this goes down and then this way. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4 lines like that. Okay, from here this goes up, and now we're going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines, and then we're going to connect them with 1, 2, 3, 4 lines like so. And actually, you can move those a little bit further so they look like these patterns right here, so they start to look like they overlap each other. Okay, and then here you got several lines that sort of converge towards the center like this. Okay. Whew. Very elaborate, I'm sure. I'm sure you guys are a little bit overwhelmed. Okay, so here now let's go down here and let's work on the waist. Okay, so that goes like this, and then over here it goes up like so. And I'm going to start kind of dividing this into 4. Okay. There you go. Now there are more details to those. If you guys want to add those details, again, look at the reference photo. For now, I'm going to leave it like that. Now I'm going to go over here to the shoulder and add the shoulder pads. I'm going to start over here, this point right here, and I'm going to draw a line this way, bring this up over the shoulder and then down to the other side of that shoulder. Okay, let's go back over here. This goes this way and then it goes up like a horn. And you got a little curve like this. And then this goes down and up. So this is like the upper shoulder piece. Find a spot over here, and I'm going to draw a curved line going straight down the side of the arm, closer to the left side, to about here. And then this goes out like so. Okay. Up here, one line like this. Okay, and this one is going to be a curved line. And then another one here. And then another one up here. So you have this. Now what you want to do is you want to make these lines appear as if they're one on top of the other. You see how I'm doing that? So I just create these zigzags, if you will. Okay, and then this one is going to be straight going down and goes around the arm. Okay, and then this goes to the other side of the arm with a strap like that. Okay, and then got some armpit wrinkles here. A little bit of definition to the hand, to the arm. And this goes like this. Okay, more elbow wrinkles. Oh, let's go over here and do the same thing. Make them look as if they're overlapping each other. And there you go. More elaborate lines right here. I'm going to start here and sort of make my way all the way there. And this is the kind of stuff that I would probably draw very faintly. Like that. I would draw it with a thinner ink pen. And there's a glove that goes from here, goes out towards the elbow. Down, and then continue this on. Right around here, I'm going to start the rings around, and it sort of ends over here before you meet this line right here. That's kind of where you want the rings. Very similar to the neck rings. Here we have wrist rings, and again, very similarly, we're just going to draw these curves that go from one side of the arm, forearm, to the other side of the forearm. Like this, and then just curve those edges, and then they should look like rings. Of course, you want to make them look bigger than the actual arm that's going through them, right? Okay, and then right here, we got wrinkles. And what we will have is a spot right here, kind of where the thumb is going to go. This goes out, and then kind of creating these wrinkles here around the wrist. Okay, and then this goes here to the base, and down to the wrist, and then wrinkles around the wrist here. I'm going to draw some more wrinkles around here around the wrist. And there we go. Now I'm going to draw the hand. The hand wraps around the what do you call it? The spear. So you want to keep an eye out where the spear is. Okay, so you've got the knuckle right there. A couple of the knuckles are over here. Draw the other side of the arm here like that. And you always want to make sure that these fingers are kind of crossing the other side of that spear. Otherwise, if your spear's over here, you want to make sure that your pinky's kind of wrapping around it, not behind. Okay, so the way this is going to go is she's sort of got her arms, hard to describe, but it's like this. Okay, so instead of like this, she sort of has it a little bit spread out like this. And then you've got the thumb kind of going around on the other side of the spear. Here you go. Okay, before we go to the other arm, why don't we just finish off here at the bottom. Okay, so here I've got my skirt. I'm going to draw my skirt a little bit further out like this, and then start over here and draw a line going around. Let me actually draw 1, 2 more lines. Okay, we got a line going down from here, going 2 lines going down this way. So nice elaborate layers. And then here we've got several patterns, diagonal patterns that go like this. Okay, over here, something similar. First, we're going to draw the rings around the pole of the spear. So that sort of covers up the edge of the skirt here. But again, same thing, you have this pattern that comes out, this pattern that goes down, and then like that. Okay. So now, I'm not going to use my ruler for this. I like to freehand as much as I can. Feel free to do so as well, or use a ruler, up to you. I'm kind of going to shape the inside of that spear. So once you reach here and here, what you want to do, and I think this one I'm going to need a ruler just to make things a little bit more precise. From here and here, you want to draw points all the way to the tip, like that. Okay, now follow along these lines here, and then this goes all the way to the tip as well, like that, and this one goes like that. Okay, very good. You've got like 2 squares right here. Hope I caught all of that on camera. Okay, so now let's do the final part. Now you've got a strap going across, similar to this side. Goes around the arm like this. Okay, you don't see much of the, what do you call it, the shoulder plate, so I'm not too worried about it, although I will give the shoulders a little bit, just a tiny bit of definition there. And then this is going to be the shoulder padding. Okay, remember over here, oh yeah, forgot to mention just there you go. Okay, right here this goes up, down, and then out like this, and then down. Okay. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then again try to make those overlap each other like this, and then that should do. Okay. Diagonal lines going this way. 1, 2, 3, going like that, and more diagonal lines like that. Okay, a lot more going on over here, but I'm going to skip those. And again, if you guys want to take a look at those and add them in, feel free to do so. Okay, I'm going to draw these lines going down now. And right around here is kind of where I want the wrinkles to go along the elbow part. A lot of fabric gets folded here, so I'm just drawing these lines that go across to show that the fabric is folding. Line right here, and then goes up again over here. Those are going to be for the gloves. Remember, the gloves are going to go down, but they're also going to have these rings. Start off here, and then we just continue those rings all the way to the line. Okay. Round off those edges. Other side as well. And I think if I draw a line here for the spear, I think we've got it. All right, guys. Whew. A lot of details in this one, and I think we did it. Here we go. I hope you guys enjoyed this Okoye drawing tutorial, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care now. See you next time. And you guys, that is all the time that we have for this video. Thank you so much for tuning in all the way to the very end. I appreciate that a lot. If you guys are proud of your drawings, I would love to see them. So head on over to Instagram, tag me at draw2 so I can see your masterpieces. If you guys are ever curious about the tools that I use for drawing or the equipment that I use to make these videos, I have links in the description of this video, so make sure you guys check that out. If you are feeling extra generous, I have links down in the description as well for different ways that you can show your support on this channel. I already mentioned Patreon, but there are other ways as well, so be sure to check those out, links in the description. Your contributions go a long way in ensuring that I can continue making videos just like this for you guys to enjoy free of charge. Again, if you guys like this video, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like this video right here, comment down below, and share this with your friends in your social media. And speaking of social media, don't forget you guys can find me on Instagram, on Facebook, and of course on my website, draw2.com, where you can find a free coloring page based on the tutorial drawing that is found in this video. Again, you guys, all of the links to those are found in the description of this video, so be sure to check that out. Finally, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. And yeah, stay tuned for more so you can learn to draw too. I'll see you guys next time.